Woman, the talk show. I am so happy that you can join us today. And we have a special guest. Her name is Melania Sandoval. And we will be talking about something incredible. I just love when women can be working in a field where men are the one who dominate. So this is the girl. Melania Sandoval, welcome. How are you?
I'm great. I'm just so happy to be here with you, your program. I'm honored to be here.
I
Yes.
am so happy because this is not the first time that we have done something together. And I just love your energy. I just love what you're doing because you're like breaking out all of the things that people think that women can only be like in the house cooking and doing like office job and all those stuff. No, Melania got her pants on and we're going to be talking about what she do. So Melania, who are you and what exactly you do?
Um, I'm Hispanic. I'm actually I reside in California, and right now I'm a businesswoman. Started this over 15 years ago. I'm actually helping out people get their contractor's license, men and women. Think it's a great opportunity for our people to become business owners within the construction industry. So that's what I do. I help them out get their license as well as offer services to manage and operate their business to become successful in the construction business.
Super. So what is your motivation? I mean, something had to like motivate you to say, I'm going to run this kind of business. I want to get into this industry that even though it is domained by men, I can do it and I can do it even better. What was that motivation?
It was part of them seeing them just getting stuck doing the work, you know. I like I said, I've been doing this for 15 years, managing their business. Um, and so there I saw an opportunity to help out other women, other men to just pretty much succeed, use their experience and become entrepreneurs, become business owners and do their own thing. I saw that they just needed a little push. And they would often come to me and tell me, why don't you do it as a business? Why don't you just open your school? And having that experience as well, I was like, you know what, I'll just do it. I mean, I'm very familiar with it. We speak the same language. They come to me for help. They come to me for advice. I'm just gonna go ahead and start my own, and that's how I started. But it was mainly to push him, to see him grow. That's really what motivated me to see my people grow, coming from the same background, coming from the same experience. I wanted to see them succeed.
Love it. And
Mhm.
how hard has it been to be in an industry where it's not typical for a woman to be running a business like yours?
It's been pretty hard, pretty challenging actually. Besides hard, I think it's been challenging. Um, Nowadays, we still see women struggling, even though we have the same titles, we have the same education, we know the same, we have the same knowledge. We still have to compete with men and also show off, you know, that we have, that we know, that we could, and it's been challenging. But I do see I do see in different areas the opportunity for us women to stand up and say, yes, we know we can. We might not always be able to do the trade, the hard labor, but we could manage their business. And in many instances, it helps them out as like a family. When they start up a family business, she's doing the hard labor, but she can easily be managing the business. So, you know, that's also one thing that I can relate to. I've been managing business for a long time, and it is definitely a team effort. So it's not just for men. You can definitely jump in and help out as a woman in the construction industry. Although I do know also a
Mhm.
lot of women that do the work and are out there. You know, it's hard
Mhm.
labor. It's really tough.
Yeah, and it's hard for being women and Latina. I mean, that is a conversation that we gotta talk about. I mean, I know that
Yes.
when we are Latina and we are like also in this kind of industry, and not only being Latina but also being a woman, the challenge is even bigger. So anything that had happened that you can share with us, like that you had to like put on your Latina pants and say, okay, no, wait, this is going to be running this way.
I think constantly. Unfortunately, our people, we're not used to help each other. So
Mhm.
within our people, it's the biggest challenge. And that is also my market. So with my people, when I first start off talking to them, when I first, if they don't know me, they're just thinking, well, what are you going to teach me? What do you know? So I do
Mhm.
have to often prove myself. Um, Not only that I have their experience or that I have the knowledge, but also that I am that I already walked, what they
Mhm.
walked as a business owner. When I start talking to them in the same language, then they basically, most of my clients were like, do you want to manage my business? And that's where the necessity came. Like, I'll go ahead and help you out. I'm not going to be able to just manage your business because I can't just be stuck to you. I have to help other people.
Mhm.
But yeah, being Latina, being a woman, it is definitely hard, especially to prove myself or ourselves within our own
Mhm.
community. So yes,
Yeah.
it's been challenging.
It is. And I've been working also, not in the industry, but as business owner for last 10 years. And even though I do run like two different business, one for Spanish speaker, one for English speaker, it is very challenging because I think that the last decade is where women have really put on their pants and say, you know what, I can do this. And it's sad because especially in the Latina community, many of the men see it that, oh, that's a hobby that she has. It's not like she's going to run this big business. And then when the business keep on growing, they want to be part of it. And it's like, remember, it was just a hobby. So for women, it had been like for the last decade very hard to like be in the same level of a man. But there's a lot of women who are doing it because I mean, I know a lot of I got my network is so big, and I got a woman that she is in Argelia, and that girl is running not one, not two, but three business, and all the business are in the man industry. I mean, she's running water. She is running for I think one of the businesses for coaching. The other one is a big industry, and each time I see a woman that can actually not only be into the men domain industry, but also like trying to build their business. That's what I like to help them because it is hard. I mean, not all the
Yes.
time. There we are seeing like something serious. It's like she's doing a hobby, she can do it. Okay, whatever. Stay in the house with the kids, cooking, cleaning, and everything. And that's just the hobby. That's the side job, and it's not true.
Yes.
Many women are
Yes.
like getting into it
Yes.
and working very hard. So your experience with that, have you experienced something like that?
Yes. When I first started, I was when I first decided to actually go on my own and do my own, I was managing like five other companies. And that's where, we're like, okay, I'm just gonna do mine. But it didn't matter how much I did, they will still just see me as like, okay, she's just managing, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
My own partner, um so it's kind of like hard to say, but my own partner wouldn't see me like, he didn't he wouldn't see like, okay, yeah, she's gonna do it, she's gonna make it. It was just like, okay, cool, you're doing it, yeah, good for you. That was it. So and I know that he was with the same mentality as others, because
Mm-hmm.
they don't see pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
that it doesn't. I mean, I was managing the five companies along with, like you're saying, doing the cooking, running the house, doing everything else. So to me, it was like, okay, so it's where that's where I woke up and said, you know what, I'm gonna do it for me now. I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be helping you. I could help you if you want me to, but I'm gonna do it for me. I'm gonna do it for other women to see that it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And for
but
and
it is
it,
definitely.
yeah, and for women who are moms, I mean, like before we even started doing this recording, I was in my office, power went out, I was with my kid. My kid is taking virtual classes. I gotta run home, I gotta set up the place. And it's very hard because beside all the responsibility that we have as business owner, we have the kids, we got the house, we got the cleaning, we got the cooking, we got the laundry, we got to go and shop and do everything.
Yes,
So for
yes,
men who are
yes.
seeing this TV show, I mean, if you have a woman who is really trying to build a business and is um trying to do something different that maybe it's not the typical thing that women are doing, just help her. Ask her, how can I help you? And believe me, that will be a big relief for her. So your service, how does
Definitely.
your service help people?
Well, I do teach them on the process of getting their contractor's license. I give them classes to obtain their contractor's license. I provide them with books, exams. In California, they have to pass 2 exams to get their license. So I teach them the ways and the tricks and the different study methods that they can learn to pass the test. Once they pass the test, then obviously I come along with my management services as bookkeeper, as accountant, as registering their business, as looking for their own leads, like ways that are going to help them run the business smoothly without having to worry about managing and running the business. They're obviously worry about the labor and doing about the work. So most of them it's where they lack the experience in the managing the business part. And so therefore that's where I come in and help them out in every aspect. I think that's one of the things that kind of like stops them from jumping from being a construction worker to being a contractor, not knowing how to manage the
Yeah.
business. Therefore, that's where like very, very few men know and have experience on managing the business. That's the advantage that comes,
Mhm.
that's where I come in. That's where we come in as women is like, you see, you do need me. You
Yes,
do
you
need
do.
me to run the business. You do need me to help you out. So yes, yes. And then, I mean, we all grow. We all help out each other.
So you do have two business, right? One is the school, and the other one is the service that you give, the management that you give to the companies and business,
Technic-
right?
Technically, it's one. I
Oh, okay,
combine it
okay,
as one.
okay.
Yes, there is no other business though. There's no other business probably in the United States that has the same services as I do.
Okay,
There's a lot of
okay.
contracting school owned by men
Mm-hmm.
and run by
Mm-hmm.
men, but there is not that many that offer the services after they have their contractor's license. And definitely that is one of the advantages and one of the things that we come along. Yes.
Okay. What advice can you give to other women who are thinking about being into and getting into an industry that is dominated by men?
I definitely encourage them to just go for whatever they think that might work, whatever they desire, whatever they can make them feel fulfilled. Um, I come from a background where my mom was a widow and she had to basically raise us 8 of us. She never got married, but she basically, I will always see her um, doing what she needed to do to help out her kids get an education, even just basic necessities. So I've always was encouraged by her by her telling me you could just do whatever you want. You are just like a man. There's no limits
Mm-hmm.
between you and a man.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that we do have to put in our mind and um in our brain. Like
Mm-hmm.
we could definitely do whatever we want. It's not going to be easy because it's hard. It's double the
Mm-hmm.
work, but it is
Mm-hmm.
definitely possible to go on and do whatever you feel that's going to make you um, proud. That's going to make you um, succeed. That's going to make you successful. It is definitely possible.
It is. And I also come from a family where my mom got divorced when I was a little kid, and it was very hard. And I was trying to see her like having this job and then quitting, getting to another job, getting into the house, and all the responsibility of being a single mom. And I turned out to be a single mom too. So it was, I knew that it was very, very, very hard. But at the same time, that was the example that I had, that no matter what happens in life, we can go and follow our dreams, and we can, work with whatever it happens in our life. It's just to, like, try to organize your life and try to say, yes, I can do that. And no one is going to come in and say, no, you cannot do this because you're a woman. That doesn't work for us. So Latina women, we are like very strong women. So we gotta like take it very seriously. And if someone says no, I mean, look for that yes. And if a door closes, there's going to be another door that you're going to knock, and it's going to open, and you're going to be able to do it.
Yes.
So just try to do it. Okay, so advice for the men who are in the industry. What is that major thing that they do, that thing that they have to change to actually have a good business in this industry?
It's pretty much even though they act as they're tough and that they know everything, they really don't. They really don't know everything. They work hard. That's a given. They work hard for everything. But it is also, I think it's time for us, just not men, women, but as Latinos, to wake up and say, we struggle to come to the US for a purpose. So for us not to forget the purpose why we came, not just to earn check by check and struggle, but to become business owners, to have the confidence that we could do more than what we are used to or that we just came to.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's our mentality. It's changing our chip as to like, I am limited to this, to I could do more than. I think that's one of the things that we all have to change, not just as women, men, but Latinos. And yes.
I think that Latinos that are in the state, they work so hard for another person, they're working for the dream of another person. Imagine if you have that courage to just say, you know what, I can do it too, and I can work even the double of what I'm doing right now, but for my dream. And I think that's something that the Latino people have to think about. I mean, yes, I'm in this country where I have maybe more opportunity that I have in my own country. So let's take advantage. I mean, in the good way, let's take advantage of those opportunity that we can have. And yes, I'm working maybe 12 hours. Well, okay, let me work maybe 18, but I'm doing it for myself. And it's okay to look for help. It is okay to say, you know what, this is my idea. I do not know how to do it. It is okay to look for that help so that you can actually succeed in whatever you're looking for.
Exactly. Yes. Totally agree. That's what it is. Yes.
It is. So, Melania, where can people find you? How can they get in contact with you?
I have two websites. One's completely in Spanish. The other one is bilingual. It's www.misscontractorservices.com. Spanish one is mscontractorservices.com. And the English version is misscontractorservices.com. I'm also on social media as Miss Contractor Services. So any platform, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, I'm there.
Okay. So what I'll do is that I'll add the links in this description so that you can also follow her. You're working only with people in California, or you can work with whoever is in the States?
Currently, I'm only doing California because every state has its different laws for the contracting business. So I'm only dedicated to California. The plan, though, it is to expand to the entire United States. That's the goal.
I know you're going to do it, girl. Well then, Melania, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here and being Power Woman the Talk Show. I hope that we can connect another time, and I hope that your business keep on growing, that you can actually work in the 50 states.
I hope so too. Yes, I'm working hard for it. So yes, I do wish that as well.
Well, thank you so much. And all of you, thank you for joining Being Power Woman, the talk show. I hope you can join us next Thursday at 11 p.m. Hi, I'm your host, Nancy Rivera from the program Being Power Woman, the talk show. Thank you for all the support that we have been receiving through our program. And thank you for supporting our special guests. If this is the first time that you have been watching our TV show, I invite you to go to the on-demand service so that you can see our older episode and see that we have different topics from business, empowerment, grieving, parenthood, and much more. As you may know, our corporation is a nonprofit. That means that more than 80% of our services are for free. We are trying to help our community, survivors, our women's, kids, schools, and much more. It doesn't matter how much you can donate. The thing is that we're going to be grateful and we're going to be helping another life. So thank you for your support. And remember to join us every Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time in our program, Being Power Woman, the talk show.